Hey everyone, this is Zeppelin Bardex with the JCWB, and I'm going to show you a simple method to create a really exotic and colorful looking background. And also, check out some of my other tutorials if you aren't quite into this yet. I have some other awesome looking wallpapers that I've made tutorials for. Alright, so let's get started. First, I'm going to create a new photo. 1366 by 750 pixels. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Now I'm going to select my gradient tool. I made this gradient pattern because it has a lot of, it's really colorful and also it's kind of exotic looking when you make it. I'm going to use the gradient tool to drag it from the bottom left hand corner to the top right hand corner and create a rainbow looking thing. Next, I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to darken out that entire thing using the paint bucket tool, the entire layer. And a lot of the times this takes a little while because it leaves these little lines that really screw with you, and they're a pain in the freaking ass to do one by one. Alright, so almost doing the big part, almost done getting the big part done. Alright, almost done here. Oh, so close to being done. Okay. Next I'm going to select my eraser tool and select a brush in the paint effects area. And I'm going to select one that kind of looks like blurry. It kind of looks like just blur. I'm going to change the size to about 400. 500, okay. I'm going to kind of play around with it a little bit to create a really colorful area where I can layer all my other things on top of. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to use another paint effects brush, and it's a really small one, so I'm going to have to change the size to about 250, and that's a pretty good size. As you can see, it just puts little dots in there. I love the way that it does that because it keeps the background blurry looking, but also it brings forward a little bit of that same aspect. Okay. Next, I'm going to go to spray. There's a lot of really cool brushes in spray. I'm going to use the one that's automatically at 10, but I got to increase it because it really looks really cool, but at too small of a size, it can ruin it. So I'm going to go with 230 for this, and that looks pretty darn good. Now you can see these bubbles popping up. And you can do this with really any type of like brush, but throughout the wallpaper, you want to keep it kind of generalized as like a certain shape or a certain sub area of the brushes. Now I'm going to go to my sci-fi brush. My brushes, sorry. I'm going to add these bubbles. It just looks like little rings. That's all. I'm going to increase the size to 250 and really play around with it. Alright, this video's been kicking around for a while, guys. My video recording software just actually went down, so I had to get a new one, $30, and I didn't quite have the money yet, so just had to kind of wait until I did to get it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I just selected this line. It just creates this line with these two I'll just show you. You can see this line that kind of looks like a stair step, you could say. I'm just going to kind of do that. Not entirely across the wallpaper, but probably just like 4 or 5 overall. And with these, you can probably kind of do them anywhere. You can honestly, they're really great for stacking text just on top of it. If you have the perfect color blending, you can do the fill type. You can do a linear fill type on the text. And I'll show you guys that fill type right here. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is do a simple title. I'm gonna do the natural colors pink, and then I'm gonna mess around with the fill type a little bit. I'm gonna go to Stars Avenue. There we go. So here it is. I'm gonna write, and there we go. Now, all I'm gonna do is double click the layer, and it says Edit Fill. I'm gonna change it to a linear fill type. I'm gonna change. You can see where the black is on the text, so I'm just going to change that to pink. The same brown color pink that it is. There we go. That's starting to blend perfectly. Okay. Next, I'm going to select the blue that it turns into, and I'm going to change where it turns into it. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now you can see right here, it's not quite filled in where it starts to fill in, so all I'm going to do is kind of move this little, I can get, okay, or not, because I can't change that in here. Okay, I guess I did. Okay, now all I'm going to do is select this, the pink one, and then select this thing right here and drag it over. That's perfect. See, now that really blends with it all. You can bold the text as well. I think the underline goes well with this type of text, and I might do the italics because it makes it look just a little more not so amateur, I guess so you could say. And after that, you're just going to merge all the layers. And you can see with the little bubble rings, you can see kind of the pixelation of all of them. So to fix that, all you got to do is select the layer where they're on, which is just the background copy for me, and I'm going to blur that. A little more blurred than that to make it look kind of really good. Okay. You can really see the blur. A lot of people like this kind of blur, but you can also just take the blur out and just take the automatic background. So merge, export, and you guys got your own wallpaper. So that's all for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you can use this method in your own Photoshop. Subscribe, comment on this video, comment on another video, watch some more tutorials. They're for you guys. Okie doke. Well, we're done.